Hey everyone, welcome back to K Talk, where we talk all the hottest ongoing K dramas. I'm Mel.
And I'm Uma. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to this week's episode. On this week's show, we are reviewing Dream to You, which is about two high school exes who reunite in their 30s with their whole life outlook swapped out.
Yeah. Dream to You stars Hwang In-youp, who plays Usu Bin, Hye-ri, who plays Ju EJ.
Love her.
I love her too.
Love him too, actually.
Yeah, and I think this is this his first
No.
lead?
I don't think so.
No, he was in True Beauty, but I mean
Yeah.
like first leading by himself. I don't think I've ever seen him.
I think I did. There was this other one, something about, like, there was law show, this legal one, and he seemed
was
to
the
be
main-
like the male lead, I guess, like the even though it's really more about the female
Yeah.
actress in that one. But yeah, he doesn't just have like side bits. I think I feel like I've seen him in something else.
Well, maybe this is like his
This
biggest
is
one,
really
I feel
cute.
like.
Maybe rom-com-y, very
Yeah.
cute. I really liked it.
I really liked it too.
It was very dreamy.
Was it? It was like real life.
The
like,
vibe
you know what
of
I
it.
like?
The
Yeah.
vibe of it. That's
Yeah.
what I mean. Like, it was dreamy. Like, it wasn't too crazy. I mean, a lot of stuff did happen.
Yeah.
But I don't know. The intro, the OST really gave it like a cute.
Oh my god, I love the OST.
Dreamlike
It was so
vibe,
good,
right?
And it wasn't just even like the first song, like the intro
love
song.
the first
I like the
song.
whole OST. It was actually really
It was
good.
very chill, but really the intro song is my
Yeah.
fave. That, like, the minute I saw it and I was like, oh, I think I'm gonna like this show.
Yeah.
I didn't even like have an idea what it was gonna be, but I was like, sometimes the intro just makes you feel like I know where this is going.
But that's the thing. Even though it was Dream to You, like I said, it wasn't what I was expecting. I thought it was going to be even more, I guess, cutesy. This was just real.
It was real life.
Real
It was
life.
like a melodrama and like
Yeah.
a romance drama. It wasn't really like super
Yeah.
rom-com-y, right? Because
Yeah.
so it starts off with our female lead, EJ, who is an aspiring filmmaker in high school.
Yeah.
And the male lead is a transfer. So it's not like they grew up together or anything, but
Yeah.
they kind of low-key meet in their last year of school, right? Right away, you could feel like she's, a little intrigued by him. The first day when she captures him, like, on her camera and she's just filming. So they quickly become friends. A little bit more than that, but they don't really
Yeah.
confess. It's not said. It's just known.
So they don't.
They didn't kiss, they didn't
yeah,
date,
yeah.
but they liked each other. And I
Yeah.
feel like they kind of knew that they were special to each other without really saying it. That's the vibe that you got, because when he ends up leaving suddenly, she feels very betrayed and hurt, right?
Yeah, because I feel like they both refer to each other as their first love, though,
They
right?
do,
Yeah.
absolutely. But
Yeah.
they just never officially, in the beginning, when they start doing the flashbacks, they don't really say, oh my God, they were dating, right? I
Yeah.
think they were about to. They were on the precipice. Like,
Yes.
But I really liked it. It was so
Very innocent and cute.
very
and-
innocent, and
yeah.
the flashbacks weren't too crazy. I
They
like that
weren't.
we started in modern, like, current times, and then
Yeah.
we saw back. So EJ wanted to be a filmmaker, but she ends up just being like a host on a variety show.
yeah.
Right? And she's feisty. I love it,
I
because one
love
of the
it.
early scenes,
Yeah.
she's totally like running down her producer.
Yeah.
And he's genuinely scared of her.
Yeah.
And he's like hiding out in his office or something.
Yeah.
But you could tell it's not the path that she wanted to go
Yeah.
down. It's just she fell into it.
Yeah. Yeah, so basically she just traveled around Korea and just does-
Interviews, all these fun
Yeah.
interviews and games and things that she does, like variety style.
Yeah.
We kind of get an idea. Let me know if you felt the same way, but it was like, why did she give up on filmmaking? Because she felt like she had to stay and help out her mom,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think because of her mom's situation, right, she felt like this wasn't realistic for her world, right?
Yes.
And I believe
She's like, I need to get a job
and
right
even I
away.
believe her mom was saying things like that to her, right? Like, oh,
course.
get a real job. This is just, I think she literally said, this is for rich people. These, you know what I
Right?
mean?
I think
Yeah.
anything that's artsy, it's like,
Yeah.
unless you come from like a well-off family,
Yeah.
it's a hard career to go into.
And that's basically what
because
her mom was saying, right?
you feel like
Yeah.
you need to get a job right away. Like, it's not guaranteed, right?
Yeah. So I think that's why she put it in the back burner. It was like, but I'm so glad that we'll get to
Found
that.
her way back.
Yeah, she did.
But then, so quickly, we see their background story in high school, and then Subin has to leave. He doesn't really have the best home life.
Yes.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah. I can't lie. The first two episodes, Subin came off as like a real jerk to me. just of just the way he came back, and we also see how he left, right? Before we see what was going on in the home before he left, right? So we just see him coming back, and this poor girl was apparently going to his house like 15 times, calling him, like just standing outside his house with no answer, right?
Yeah.
And then he finally comes out and basically tells her, yeah, we had plans to be directors together, but I have to go to the States and I have to become a doctor. Gotta go,
basically.
pretty much. You know what I mean?
Yes. I feel like at that point, he was a little too young to stand up to his dad because that's essentially what was happening. He told his dad, I no longer want to become a doctor. I want to become a filmmaker. And he basically beats this kid and locks him in his study or in the home. And that's why she's there for 2 weeks and he can't come out. And when he finally does, he just tells her, I have to go because he just doesn't, he's not strong enough, I feel. But then you find out that when he does go off to the States, he drops out of medical school or he doesn't even start, right?
Yeah.
And he decides to, because he's so far away from his dad, I think that gave him more, like, you know, like he was more brave.
Yes. No, I understood that. But the way he came back also, it's like, yes, I understand you had to be shipped there. I get that. But why was there no communication in those 10 years is what I want to know as well.
Yeah, I think he said something along the lines of like, oh, like he caught one beating and kind of gave up on his dream where she showed up for like 2 weeks straight. Yeah. He just felt like he was less than. And I kind of got the vibe that he thought maybe she was a little too good and he didn't want to put his situation onto her.
No, I mean, once he left.
Yes, he had to cut ties with her because why drag this on?
And but what annoyed me was like when he did finally come back, he was acting like nothing happened. And I agree why she was upset with him and annoyed. It's like, you were just gone for 10 years. Are we not going to talk about this? Are we not going to address how you
subtly,
left?
Yes, and we had feelings for each other.
Yeah.
But you know what? One thing I liked about this show is she always stood on business, though. She always calls him out. She says exactly what she's feeling. And this show didn't shy away from that.
Yeah.
And I really like that. Like, it took it from it being cutesy and all romantic to real life shit.
Yeah.
And I liked how they dealt with it because they are adults in their 30s. They didn't infantilize them, and that's the good thing. Like, I hate when it's, oh, we fell in love in high school, but then somehow they still move like they're high school kids.
Yeah.
So that was kind of refreshing.
And that's what I think. And he also thought once he came back, I feel like because, I don't know if it was an ego thing, because he became this big time director, won awards, but I feel like he was expecting a different reaction from her, right? Like, I don't know if he was expecting her just to fall into his arms again or pick up where they left off, but it was,
low-key a little bit.
Yeah.
So I'm of two minds. Okay, one part I'm like, okay, he became a filmmaker and he was proud to come back and excited to be like, I made it, to kind of prove to her, like, I'm worthy of you now. You could take it in that way.
Yeah.
And then there's the other part where it's like he reached a level of success that he feels he could also say fuck off to his dad.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So I don't think necessarily he came back to rub it in her face. Yes, he kind of assumed that like things were going to be difficult, but I don't think he was arrogant about it.
No. I don't mean it in that way. I felt like his ego was big of like, oh, I'm this big time, not to rub it in her face from a place of like,
but let's do this.
Yeah.
Yes. And
like,
throughout the whole thing, you could see that they were clashing a little bit because one of the main conflicts is the fact that like she feels like her dreams were like deferred, so she wants to go back to that. Right?
Yes. Yeah.
She's grateful for this opportunity. Anyways, they make up. Sorry, I was jumping ahead.
Yeah.
They make up. They kind of know that the sparks are still there. They're kind of like, it's been 10 years, but they haven't gotten over each other. And they slowly come back together because he was like, let's make that movie you wrote.
Yes.
Now that I have a name and like I'm somebody.
And I love that even the first time that he said that, she poured coffee all over us. She was like, get out of my face. Like, because that's before he even addressed what happened, right? And I was like, exactly, sir. Can you talk about this? What do you mean?
Once he did address it and they finally had that uncomfortable conversation, they end up making this movie together. And I think it's so cute.
It is. It's so cute.
But she has such a hard time, though, because everybody rightfully was like, who the hell is this girl?
Yeah.
Like,
and she felt kind of insecure because remember, she didn't get to go to film school.
No,
right?
she did not.
So she kind of felt insecure. And I didn't like how they treated her. I'm like, that's...
But I understand where they were coming from,
it.
though. The crew feels like she didn't earn the right to be here and like be directing this movie, especially because hasn't been in the industry this entire time, right? So I can understand where their resentment kind of comes from.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not mad at it. The way they were talking behind her back, that was shitty.
That's my thing. Like,
but again, like they were it was a team dinner and they got drunk and they
Yeah.
were like voicing their frustration
Yeah.
with the situation. Because remember, they all got dreams too.
Yeah.
And it just feels like it is being handed to her.
Yeah.
This opportunity is because of Subin.
Yeah. But did you see that guy that got really drunk and he was like, I'm coming for round 2. And I'm like, whoa, slow down. Like, you're doing too much.
He's the one, actually, the assistant
Yeah.
director that she caught talking shit
Yeah.
about her. But at
Yeah.
the end, he really comes to fully respect her because they can see
Yeah.
that she's hardworking, right?
Yeah. But I you would think that they would have more respect just based off of Subin, right? Like, have more trust in him that he wouldn't just bring on anyone as
don't-
well, right?
But that's just the thing. It's
Yeah.
not about having trust in her or her capabilities.
Yeah.
It's the fact that she got this chance so
Yeah.
easily, where these people have probably been grinding away for 10 years as an assistant director. And look, she jumps right over. She's never directed anything.
Yeah.
And
No, I
she's
get
like,
it.
like
Yeah.
that's, I feel like that's where the
Like I said, I
resentment is
think
coming
my
from.
issue is just the way they went about it.
Yes, yes.
Right?
It was
I feel like they
shitty.
could have
They-
voiced their opinions in a different way.
True,
Yeah.
true, true. But it's not like they could have also completely went off the deep end and
Yeah.
bullied her, but they didn't. They found
Yeah.
themselves really quickly and
I
made
mean,
the best of it.
Subin would never allow that anyways. They would,
Excuse me.
you all right?
Yeah, sorry.
I don't think Subin would ever allow that. And they probably would have got fired, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. I like the producer lady. I think she was the only one that was actually kind.
Yeah,
from-
I
from
think
the
she was like,
beginning.
you know what, this
you
girl is getting a chance, and she
Yeah.
didn't feel like jealous of her in any way,
Yeah,
and
she
she just
didn't.
understood the situation. She's like, I got a job to do here. Like,
Yeah.
it's not my thing to,
Yeah.
police people or how they end up getting these jobs. But again, she's a producer though,
Yeah.
so it didn't affect her as much. Where
That's
the
true.
assistant director, it's like, dude, it's not fair.
Yeah.
Like, she got a leg up, right?
Yeah.
But anyways, the set happens to be really fun, and like majority of the drama is the making of this movie and
Yeah.
kind of like what's happening
Yeah.
around it, right? So did we finish off with Subin's parents? Because one thing that really surprised me was that the abusive father, even as an adult, basically was like, I don't want to be associated with you, even when his son became successful,
Yeah.
right?
I remember he had this weird line of like, I don't allow flaws. Like, just,
No,
and
yeah.
I'm like, okay.
First of all, he's not a possession.
Yeah.
Second,
It was giving like, that wasn't his bio child. I don't know why. It was just, you know what I mean? Just a cruelty. But then you figure out that that's just the man that he is.
he's
And
just an abusive piece of shit.
he really is. Like,
Like,
I think there was something like deeply mentally wrong with him. Like, you know.
Lots of anger issues. He's just weird.
Yeah.
He's weird.
What do you think about Yugen? I love Yugen.
I love Yugen.
Yeah.
Like,
I
Yugen.
when we first got introduced to him, like I really loved how much he like stood up for he was such a ride or die friend for
was.
EJ. Like when Subin came back and he's like, why are you giving me such attitude? And he's like, if my girl doesn't like you right now, I don't like you right now.
We don't
either.
like you.
Yes.
He had to be loyal to the friend
Yeah.
that,
I
he's
love
had
that.
for the past 10 years.
Yeah.
And their friendship is actually quite beautiful because,
is.
the moment at the end where he was like, I know you always looked out for me. So
Yeah.
please, if you ever need anything, like don't. Because EJ gives the vibe that like she doesn't ask for help. It doesn't come easy
doesn't,
for
yeah.
her. She likes to do things on her own. And as her bestie, he totally knows that. So
Yeah.
I thought that was very sweet for him to be like, listen, like, don't shoulder
Yeah.
things by yourself. And I'm always
Yeah,
here for
they
you.
gave real like brother sister.
They
vibe,
really
like,
did. And they
you know?
didn't, thankfully, it didn't
Yeah.
go into he secretly loved her.
Oh my God!
I
yes.
was waiting for that. And it was
Yes.
so refreshing.
Oh my God!
when
When
it
was the
didn't
last
happen.
time that ever happened? To be honest,
They were genuine
Yeah,
besties.
they
Like they were
were.
family at that point.
Yeah.
But Yugon has his own situation because he's into the main actress in the movie. that
Yeah.
They're filming Hana.
yeah. So he's like
right?
an aspiring actor. The poor guy has not
He's been
got
struggling
like,
for 10 years.
Yeah, I can't believe it. I'm like, this really is your dream.
That is
because
his dream.
Because I would have done gave up in like maybe
and-
2.
I know, and I love that his dad was like, it's been 10 years, like you should call it quits, and he doesn't.
Yeah.
And he's like, just give me one more month. I'm gonna make
Yeah.
you one more month. But it works out for him. Again, he also is very conflicted because he ends up with his first leading role in his bestie's film. So he feels like he didn't
Yeah.
earn it.
Yeah, I get that. But I also love him and Hana's just relationship. It was
Mm-hmm.
so cute. Because also what I found interesting was that you have Hana who has been in the industry her entire life and is kind of like sick of it because of her
Basically,
mom,
because of her
obviously.
mom.
And then you have Yugen who's just like desperately trying to get into the industry, right?
Yes.
And then just seeing them come together, it was just It was really cute.
It was cute, and I like the fact that they weren't like trying to in the beginning, act like they didn't have feelings for each
They're
other,
just
but
friends,
you knew it was kind of bubbling beneath the surface. I mean, where the hell did her mom, CEO on first of all, that lady was a helicopter parent,
borderline narcissistic, to be honest.
Weirdo.
Yeah, because everything was like a performance with her.
Yes,
right?
and she controlled Hana so much that she was suffocating this poor girl. And then it's like, not only was she suffocating from like a maternal aspect, but at the same time, it's like, that's her boss as well. So she felt like she was controlling her life, her, what do you call it? Her career. She wouldn't even let this girl like live on her own.
Yeah.
But I do respect that the mom was like, when she goes like, you got to let me go. Like, I don't know how to do anything. And she's like, that's why I work so hard. So you don't have to do anything. She goes, but it's only a privilege when you know how to do it, but you don't have to. She goes, I don't know how to do jack shit.
That was a ridiculous conversation because I was watching. I was like, girl, why do you want to do laundry? Like,
but I understand where she's coming from, though.
Yeah, I do.
Not doing laundry because you choose to or you don't have to is not the same as not being able to. Don't even know how to do it. Like, that's you feel stupid. Yeah, and she was stunted. Like, I really wanted her to fight super hard, and she did to actually grow up.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, her whole entire life was a performance. Like, you see the whole act that she always put on of like, oh, I'm the perfect mom kind of thing. We have a great relationship. And it was just like,
I mean, since we're already talking about it.
What?
How was the reveal? Did you see that coming?
Honestly, K-dramas are getting really good with these damn twists. Because I did not see that shit coming.
I didn't see it coming either. I was like, what? The entire
They're really good with it these days.
I was like, holy shit.
I'm like, there's no way. And the fact that he knew from
was again a twist with another twist. Like, no, but they really, because usually you see these things from like a mile away.
Because even their interactions, it never gave nothing. Like, I just thought they knew each other from the industry, right? But you didn't feel anything else.
Finding out that she was his mom, and then finding out that he knew and he's cool and it's not traumatizing him and they're fine in the same room interacting like it's nothing.
The fact that this boy pulled up to her house at 10 years old and said, take me in.
Basically.
Like, that was such a hard watch, to be honest. I was
honestly,
like, oh
and how well did they write his character in the sense of like, he didn't dwell on the fact that his mom already has a child and didn't want to take him in.
Yeah.
Because he never felt sorry for himself. I feel like his I guess stepmom? No. Well, whatever. His adoptive mom?
I guess.
Yes.
Yeah.
His adoptive mom was so nurturing and their relationship was so good that I don't think he cared.
He didn't.
Right? That lady gave him up.
Yeah.
And second, I feel like from a young age, because of the abuse that the father was putting everyone through, he was like, I don't blame her for running away and giving me up. Who'd want to stay with this man anyways?
Yeah.
But
what I also really respect about Subin was that he went into the same industry, thrived without her help in any way. And I feel like he should be so proud of that.
He was like, I am not a Nepo baby.
I am not.
But the reason he went back to his birth mother and was like, take me back in was really just to save his real mom essentially now, right? Because he figured she's unhappy and she's constantly crying because of the dad and him. So he was like, let me remove myself, which was like so mistaken. Like he was mistaken on his part.
Hye-ri was such a beautiful person. Like, she was so kind.
Really
the
took that
fact that she
in.
took in this affair baby and the way she treated him.
And loved it like it was her own.
Yeah. Like,
and when she finally decides to divorce the dad at the end, and then she was like, just, like, don't cut me off.
Yeah.
Because I feel like she stayed misguided. Yeah. 100%. But she stayed with that abusive man because she thought she wouldn't have access to her son.
Yeah. I have a question.
The minute he went to the States, I would have left that man.
Of course.
And moved in with my kid.
Yeah. I have a question. How is that his grandma? From which side is that lady his grandma?
I think that's just a neighborhood grandma, girl. I don't think that was a bio grandma.
Okay, because it's weird. Because because I'm like, I think it's
just, no.
Because he was staying with her instead of staying with the family. So I was like, maybe. Okay.
That lady was so far removed. Like, she didn't have anything to say negative about her dad or her son. Like, I think that was just like the neighborhood grandma or something that like.
I was so confused. I'm like, clearly that's not the dad's side or that mom's side. So it's like, But I loved when she pulled up, got her license, and handed him those divorce papers. That was so good.
Yes, and then I'm so traumatized by like K-dramas and like the villains always coming back. The way we never heard from him ever again after that scene.
Yeah.
Like, was it needed?
But you know what I also loved? That his driver hid where she was.
Yes.
Love that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Also, his driver, though, quit.
Yeah.
He looked like he was always on the verge of beating the driver, too.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no job.
Well, obviously, did that man, like...
He was like cowering. And I was
Yeah.
like, I'm pretty sure he's hit the driver before. The way the driver was like so tense and flinching. I was like,
But what I was also shocked about was like...
But I was like, you're a young man. I'm sorry. Like, quit. Get another job.
I was kind of disappointed in CEO On. I was like, girl, you were Miss Korea and you went with this man?
Literally.
Girl, he wasn't worth that affair. Like, but
He wasn't
granted,
that fine.
he ain't at all. And he don't look like he was fine when he was young either. You know what I mean? Like, it's one of those. Like,
I understand
some of them you can look
yes.
at them and you can tell. But he wasn't giving that. Yeah.
No, he was not. And he was always just giving cold and mean.
And cruel.
So
I'm
how
like...
did she get into it? Like, and it's not like he has that kind of money.
Yeah, I'm like, how did he
She's
court
Miss
you?
Korea and an actress. Like
how did he
how
court
did it
you?
happen, right?
Yeah,
Don't make
seriously.
no sense whatsoever.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, wow. Just when
twist
that
was
happened, I was
insane.
like, holy crap.
Yeah. No, it was also shocking because it's like you see CEO On and then you see him. I would never think that. Like, you know what I mean?
And the only part I didn't like about her was like when she was trying to be controlling with her daughter, and then now she's like threatening. She signs on Yugon,
Yeah.
just to be like, stay away from my daughter. What is so bad about this kid that you don't want your daughter to fall in love?
Well,
that was a little too controlling. She's a weirdo
Let's be
too.
real, girl. She thinks he's beneath her, obviously.
Yes, but
Yeah.
you're a weirdo. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think she would have liked that her kid to have a relationship at all. It wasn't giving specifically like, I hate you. You're beneath her. For me, it was just more like, I don't want her to be distracted from her career at all. But I'm like, this person's got to live their life as well.
No, I feel like, and a little bit is the fact that he's like
Maybe
beneath her.
he wasn't like super
Yeah.
established, and he wasn't like an A-lister.
Because remember, she's all about image.
True.
So if it was like an A-list actor that was into her,
Yugon
I think
is
she
so cute and
he's so
handsome
cute.
and such a good kid. I felt
He
really
is.
bad for him when his story developed and the conflict that he has, that his dad is sick,
Oh my God.
right?
That made me cry. That whole
I
his whole dad.
literally-
First of all, can we talk about how fine his daddy is with his hair out?
Girl,
I was like, damn.
I was about to say,
I literally didn't
when
know who
he
it
walked
was.
out of that room,
Yeah.
all suited for the
I
screening.
didn't. I had to do a
I
double
said,
take.
"Excuse me, Daddy."
I didn't even know who that was for a second. I was like, who is this man? What
Because the
fuck?
whole time you saw him with his hair in
Yeah.
a bun and like with a little scarf on, you know?
Yeah.
So he's always in the kitchen, right? With an apron. That man's
thinking-
hair was doing it.
It was.
See, I told you, when the hair is
out,
Bob, you
looked like
notice.
a completely different man.
I know.
And I
then
just
it had like a
loved
streak
even-
of gray in it.
Yeah. And I just loved his relationship with EJ's brother and how he works at his restaurant.
And
it's
how
like,
he was going to become his little
Yeah.
successor, right? Because his kid didn't want to follow in his footsteps.
Yeah.
The dad also, I feel like he gave up on his career to be a father to him, right? And to have a stable
Yeah.
life because he wanted to be a musician.
Yeah.
And it's so funny that his kid went into the arts and he didn't hold it over his head and say,
didn't.
no, I didn't accomplish my dreams. This is bullshit.
He actually
You're not
pushed
going to
him.
go into this
Yeah.
industry. His dad was such a good dad.
he was so supportive. of
So
it.
supportive,
Yeah.
so loving. What was I going to say about him? What made me really sad in that moment, though, was you just knew that Yugon was like, my dad got sick and I didn't notice,
Yeah.
bawling.
Yeah.
Second, he was like, it took me 10 years. Had I not wanted to achieve my dreams, I could have had 10 years with my dad, being closer, living
Yeah.
together,
Yeah.
right? Made me, like when that thought occurred
Yeah.
to me, crying all over again. And I'm like,
No, what made me tear up? Am I tearing up right now?
Maybe. But it was very, like,
yeah. So what made me tear
heartfelt.
up when he was like, you finally get to see your son not as an extra, but filling up the screen. I
I
was like,
know.
oh my God.
And the
was-
fact that they like did the little neighborhood screening, all
Yeah.
of it was so beautiful.
and then they used his music
I-
in the film. I was like, stop
Oh my
it.
god, the
Stop
end
it.
screen when they were
Yeah.
like dedicated to so and so's
Oh.
dad.
Yeah. His whole story
Because he
line
literally
was,
was like, I'm not gonna be here
Yeah.
to reach 60. And I'm like, he has 3 months to live.
No, even the scene when he went to Subin and EJ and was like, is there any way we can release it within 3 months? I was like,
I was like,
my
no, that's not how it works. But
Yeah.
he could see a rough cut.
Yeah.
Which is basically, he literally said, he's like, it's not perfect, but we
Yeah.
can definitely,
no,
have
but
him
I
watch
loved how
it.
Subin and EJ were just there for him in that moment and just, you
I
know,
know,
what I mean?
it was very emotional, and I love that even during those emotional couple of scenes, we still got a funny moment where Hana came and they're hugging, and then the dad comes out, and then she like flings him across the room, and he's so happy that his son has a girlfriend.
Yeah, he's like, "What's
And
going
like
on here?"
Cackling. He's
Yeah.
like, what is happening here?
Yeah.
It was just wow. Again,
Yeah.
not expected.
And what I also appreciate that I always appreciate when a kid comes from like a evil kind of mom. And the child's nothing like that. Like, I
Yes.
love that Hana was a down-to-earth, very kind person.
She was such a
You know what I
sweetheart.
mean?
She
Like,
had-
I feel like if she wasn't obviously, Ugan was not going to deal with her, obviously.
No.
Like, so she didn't come off as like a super spoiled, just,
No.
you know what I mean?
Honestly, she didn't have any like an ounce of her mom's like character
Yeah,
trait.
she did
like
not.
none whatsoever.
Yeah.
She was just much sweeter,
Yeah.
kinder, like, you know.
What did you think of the whole Sungmoo stuff? I feel like that was kind of boring to me.
Who the hell was that again?
So, exactly. The little ex-actor guy of EJ. With the long hair.
Yes.
His name was Sungmoo,
EJ's
girl.
ex.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, you know what though? Like,
I didn't care for that. It was just like,
all of that was really just to make Subin jealous, just to give us
Obviously.
like, humanize Subin a little bit, give us something to, like, you know,
yeah.
I don't know, giggle about, because he was very
Yeah.
jealous, and
He was.
He knew that he wanted EJ back, and it was just, you know.
Yeah.
But,
I was
could've-
just like, okay, like I said, I don't think we needed
I
that.
literally,
Like,
yeah.
you know what
Honestly,
I
if
mean?
you hadn't brought it up,
Yeah.
to me, it wasn't that memorable.
It
The
wasn't
scenes
that
he
that's
was
what I
in.
mean. Yeah.
I just remember her being like, calm down, it's not that serious.
Yeah.
And, you know, we can't get back together. And I have a man now. Like, I'm back with my first love.
Yeah.
Totally get that. What did you think about the other couple? This show gave us 3 couples, y'all.
Oh yeah, we forgot about that.
I love them.
Sarong came in hot and heavy. First of all, I was a bit confused because when we get introduced to Sarong, right? Like, she's going on dates
Yeah.
after dates after dates. So I'm thinking, okay, this girl is clearly looking for love, right? Mm-hmm. I guess not.
Not really.
Not really. And I love how when she first approached In-youp, it was like,
You're hot.
yeah, like, you want to go on a date. And then she heard him say baby. And she's like, never mind.
Yeah, my
But-
bad.
But
my
he was
bad.
talking to
Yes, and
Subin.
I feel like she's used to having like light flings, and that's
Yeah.
why she was like, okay, it was just a one night stand. Like, we don't have to make this bigger than it is.
Yeah.
But I liked how like In-youp was like, you know what, I'm going to join your dating reality show because I
Yeah.
just want to be around you some more. Like, he was intrigued, right?
yeah.
And then she sleeps with him a second time and says, okay, obviously a third is not going to happen. And at
Yeah.
the end, when the show's done, and he was like, I did this for you. Like, you clearly have something here. Why don't you want to be in
Why-
a relationship? And she's like, I'm not sure I know how to love right now. I feel like she needed to reevaluate
Yeah.
like how she sees relationships and what she is good with. And
And I love that she was honest and she said, I need something easy. I'm not trying to do anything heavy. And she was super honest.
she had to ask herself,
yeah.
why do I want something easy,
Yeah.
right? So she wasn't messy. I like
She
when they're
wasn't,
like,
yeah.
I got some shit I need to figure out. Let me not bring
Yeah.
a person into my mess.
Exactly.
It would be stupid to start a relationship
Or
when
leave
you
him
haven't even
on,
figured
right?
out what's important
When you
to
can clearly
you.
see he's super into her. Like, she could have let him on. You know what I mean? But
And she was
didn't.
scared. I think she
Yeah.
was just there because she
Could
is
tell that this
used
man,
to little flings,
Yeah.
but she liked him a lot from the get-go.
and she can clearly see that he really likes her a lot.
Exactly. Like
you
it
know?
was good. Once this relationship starts, it was giving hot and heavy, and it
Yeah.
was real.
Yeah.
And I think that's what freaked her out a little bit.
Yeah, so I was like, okay, so you just like to go on dates for the thrill of it? Like,
Just like to date around, you know.
yeah, that was
do
a
her
lot. I was
thing.
just like, oh,
But I like how she stepped away from the whole like TV world, wrote a book.
yeah.
Oh, my man's out here just down bad, buying
Literally.
all the copies.
But I love that how realistic that was. Like, they didn't bring them back together. They said each other's piece, and they
Yeah.
just kind of went
and
their
some
separate
time
ways.
went by.
Yeah.
A lot
Yeah.
of time went by, right?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
but that was cute.
it was cute.
Let's get to the shenanigans of our main couple because
Yeah.
my goodness, I didn't see that little turn coming. I mean, you kind of expected it to happen throughout the whole filming process.
Yeah.
Right? EJ kept saying, I need to be more experienced. So she starts to
Yes.
think, hey, the movie's wrapping up. I genuinely want to go to film school.
Yes.
Like, I want to follow my dreams and I want to do it the proper way.
yeah.
Subin can't seem to understand that.
That was the most selfish thing I ever heard. When this man said, I want you to choose me.
Yep.
You didn't choose me 10 years ago. How
And
dare
she
you?
clearly said that.
Yeah.
She clearly said
I'm like,
that.
you go, girl, when she said that, because
I
that
was
is true.
So
but
proud
no,
of
but
her.
how dare you even expect that of me? If anything, you should be pushing me even more because of how you left me last time. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and I feel like this kind of speaks a little bit to what you were trying to say earlier,
Yeah.
where it was like he just came back, didn't even want to have that serious talk. She was like, why are you acting like we're good?
Yeah.
Right? It kind of gave that energy where it's like, well, well, now I brought you this film and we did this together and you could just learn on the job. But it's not about what she could learn on the job. It's the process and how she wants to. She doesn't feel confident in herself. And she even breaks it down for him how like the rest of the crew, instead of just, speaking in shorthand because she's so familiar with everything, they take the time to explain things. And she's like, I don't want to be that person.
Yeah.
Yes, I could learn on the job, but I don't want to. I kind of want to earn my stripes, right? I like the fact that they showed that ugly side of him first because people are human and he's allowed to say, don't go. Is it selfish? Yeah.
Yeah.
But I like the fact that we got to see him say that though.
And the way she responded.
Mm-hmm. And she's like, sorry.
Yeah.
And I love the fact that she was like, I may be your dream, but you are not my dream.
Yes.
I said, girl.
And you once were. Mm-hmm. And look what happened to me. Like, basically, remember the whole accident thing, right?
Yes.
Like, me chasing after you.
Literally. And she got licked down by a car.
Yeah.
Like, she did a complete, 180. And I like the fact that the show didn't,
and that's
shy away from that. Like, it went there.
Yeah.
Because everything about Subin is, he's a good person.
Yeah.
And I like the fact that they humanize him further by saying, I love you and I don't want you to go. Even though it's 2 years. And she's like, no. And then he was like, well, why do we have to break up? Did you understand, like...
Oh, 100%. I was like...
I got it.
I got it.
What is there not to understand here, Subin?
She's going to film school. She wants to focus. Without distraction. Like,
and people don't understand, like, you can't be in a serious relationship and split your time between, taking care of a person. Like, relationships are hard.
They are.
And Subin was not getting it.
And she wants to put her whole 100% into her craft and what she's learning and what she's doing, right?
Not worrying about time differences and good morning and good night and did you eat and
then imagine you piss me off and then my whole day ruined. I can't even film.
I can't even focus.
I don't have time for this.
I completely understood where she was coming from.
And that's what made it so raw and real. I'm like, this is real relationship stuff here. You know what I mean?
And that's why I was like, it wasn't too cutesy.
And that's what I'm saying. When I said, I'm like, even though it's called Dream to You, it wasn't nothing dreamy to me about it. It was really real. Stuff.
I know that, and the intro just makes it look like a sunshine and sprinkles and rainbows and hearts.
It's nothing like that.
But it's a real it's a melodrama more, right?
It is. Yeah.
I really like that, and I was just like, but then Subin, okay, good, finds
and he
himself.
Waited. And he waited.
Waits.
Yeah.
Like a man should.
Imagine you got in a relationship. That would be funny. She came back
and she's like, you got a girlfriend?
Yeah.
I don't think he's not going to get over her. And he knew this breakup is just because I can't take care of you the way you're supposed to take care of your significant other. I want to focus on film school. He knew what was up. Again, he was
throwing it out there.
Yeah, he was just being a little bratty. You know what I mean? He was just sulking.
Yeah.
But I didn't think he was going to date. I mean, the man we saw the whole montage. He was down bad.
Yeah. But I also loved how even EJ's mom came around and she was like, don't worry about us, me and your brother. Just go and do what you have to do. And she goes all the way to Montreal. And,
girl, the amount of food that woman was trying to pack.
Yeah.
I was like, girl.
Yeah.
But it was cute. And then I also like that they psyched this out because he runs to the airport and we're thinking there's going to be this emotional goodbye.
Or change her mind last minute.
Oh, no, I never thought she would.
Okay, good. Thank God.
Change her mind. But I just have that heartfelt, goodbye. And that didn't even happen either. It's like they missed each other. I was like, I like where these writers are going with
honestly,
this. Stand on business.
Throwing us jump balls. It's like, okay. I'm like, what was the point of that?
We didn't see that because I really thought it was going to be the typical, run to the airport, see each other, cry at the gate.
What was the point of that? Because it's like, did he not say bye to her again?
He just wants to say bye to her properly, I guess.
Oh, okay. Because
because it's nice to say goodbye to people at the airport.
It's like you're not even getting that.
Yeah, basically. The writer said,
see you when I see
none
you.
for you, Subin.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But like I said, I really love that she chose herself.
She really did.
I loved her. Like I said, it's so true to her character because she was so strong and just, you know what I mean?
And him coming back really did show her that she was settling, right? And she didn't need to. If she would have just had that conversation with her mom, again, her character kind of just takes things on and feels like she's needed.
Yeah.
And should always kind of have to sacrifice something. That's just naturally who she is. Because I feel like even without Subin coming back, if she would have just sat down and had an honest conversation with her mom, she would have realized, I need to go to film school. I need to give up this job. Yes, it's hard sometimes, to give up a steady job for the unknown. But her mom, if she would have heard her say that, she would have pushed her towards it, I think.
No, but I feel like that's what pushed her in the end, right? Her mom now being so accepting and saying, go live your dream, Like,
But
yeah.
it was just, I don't know, it was well done.
It was
like,
well
it wasn't
done.
too much
Nothing that I
work
expected.
stuff
Yeah.
on the set.
Yeah.
I felt like everything was in moderation, like their love story, their cuteness. I love when they were like running around and hiding their relationship and sneaking into one another's hotel rooms. Like, it was just such a fun light show, but it wasn't too light, though. It really gave us some proper, like, conflict.
Yeah. I feel like at some point, they were closing every episode with them making out.
Oh,
at some point. I swear to God, I'm like, okay.
You're like, what is going on here?
Every episode was ending with them kissing. And I was like, okay.
I really just enjoy the fact that we got 3 different couples and storylines. And even like his mom had a breakthrough and left that horrible man.
Even CEO On came around.
Yes, she did. Even she found herself.
I love that she stepped down finally so he could have his dream too. You know what I mean?
Outside of
wow.
like the father, everybody had shitty tendencies, but they weren't shitty people.
They weren't.
They just made mistakes, and I like that. Like nobody was, everybody wasn't good. Even Yugon, right?
Yeah.
He takes a step back from Hana because he really wants to be represented by her mom. And even though he hated it, a part of him was like, I want to go with my dream.
Yes.
I don't blame him.
I don't.
And then he also came around. Like,
but I was really surprised with CEO On. I did not think she was going to redeem herself, actually. But she did. And I like that.
I think she saw that these, I don't want to call them kids, but she saw all these young adults really trying to strive towards something really good and work hard on their film. And she's like, I can't stand in front of that.
No, but I thought
and that's what made her a good person.
Because remember, she never wanted to come out, right? That they're siblings. And I thought, and I'm glad that because it came out, I'm glad that she didn't kind of torture him.
Yeah, and nobody's going to believe that she wasn't a homewrecker when she said, I didn't know this man was married.
Yeah.
And when I did, he wouldn't let me terminate the pregnancy.
Yeah, I love that.
And he said, just give me, and she was like, okay, you don't want me to terminate it? Here's your baby. And got the fuck up out of there. Yeah. Stood on business.
And I love that he said this press conference is happening, whether you like it or not. And I love how she showed up.
And she showed up and said, you know what? I didn't know.
Yeah.
And that's the end of it. Yeah. It happened. It was a long time ago. Let's move on.
It was also really cute seeing their relationship kind of building, Subin and Hana. You know
and toward the end, I don't that really chatty person, I forget what who he worked for. Maybe he worked for her, but he was just like, oh my God, like look at your kids. And she's just
at the screening, right?
He's like, who are you more proud of?
Yeah.
They're just, oh my God. But I don't know. It was just such a feel-good drama. It wasn't like all over the place.
So many different dynamics, so many different stories. And like I said, I really appreciated the 3 different relationships. And like they were literally completely different.
And the plot twists were interesting, but they didn't it wasn't completely left field. Like it wasn't something unimaginable, but it was good all around.
It was.
The soundtrack alone had me.
Yeah.
Listen, I love when you don't have to skip the intro. And I was just taking in that song, like so good.
Yeah. I love, like you said, when you don't have to skip the intro, I love it. You know, there's only certain dramas that do that to me. Like the other ones are like skip.
Done. Anybody got time for that?
Yeah, but I really enjoyed it. It was a real grown and mature romance. And I love that.
Yes, it wasn't cutesy, so don't let the intro fool you. It's got some heart to it.
Or the title Dream to You. There was no dreaming. Well, I mean, dreaming of
they did.
Like future-wise. They were dreaming of their futures. But I mean, as far as
and he got his dream and she got her dream. So it's like,
But when you hear Dream to You, you're thinking more like
really
deep romance.
Like, cheesy.
With your face, yes, we're glad.
Sorry. You know my face ain't got no side.
Yes, but I'm glad that it wasn't that.
I am glad. I thoroughly enjoyed it. If you guys have watched it, let us know what you thought of Dream to You.
Yeah.
Tell me about that OST because it is a banger.
It is.
Thank you so much for joining us this week, and we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.